What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. And it's time to let Hashut rise again. Now, I'm probably going to sound a little bit off this week. I have a touch of food poisoning to the point that I actually didn't go on a work trip. So, I'm not feeling very good right now. So, we're going to probably do a shorter video this week, but I could justify, sitting here doing nothing and not getting a video out. So, we do have some problems, some issues that we got to deal with along the way. We've got Grimgor on the eastern flank here, who's being a pain in our butts. And up in the north, we do have a second army that's getting a whole bunch of goblins together to work off this entire area. Frozen Landing is probably under Skaven control at this point, but that's going to be where he's going next. Now, I have played around with the Chaos Dwarves in single player a little bit, so I have a slightly better understanding of how their mechanics work, but not a whole lot else. So we should be good overall. Now, the big thing that we got to look at here is we can start upgrading our warriors and all of our other units, and the manufactory becomes a lot more important. Putting frenzy on our units be good, but we can also get more dwarven units. Infernal Guard are great. Blunderbusses are very, very, very good. Like, I'm not too good with them yet, but they are a very, very effective unit. So we've been dealing with Grimgor over here. We're kind of abandoning Saber Mountain for other things. But up here, did we make this a factory? We made this a factory. We're going to want to convert this over to a tower. And that means we're going to want to convert this over to a factory there. Because you want to balance those out as much as you can, at least for the early game. I've gone through a few short-term campaigns and tried to make it a little bit better. Now, in this army, we have a lot of Hobgoblin archers, and we got a lot of, laborers after a fashion. We do have 2 slots open in the army, and while we don't have access to the building that gives us our casters just yet, we're working on getting this up. So raw materials is going to go up, and we're going to have to start gathering a lot more. But for right now, let's just let the other nations go and see how it works out. There might be a little bit more dead air than usual in this, because I am seriously finding it difficult to talk, but I'm going to try and make it as entertaining as possible. And I mean, fighting Grimgor, even though he's got a giant Waghh there. Yeah, we'll take a trade agreement with Kolek. Won't be bad. And all we can do is we can either turn Fort Dorn's the fort we can turn into a defensive position. We're just going to continue to join there. We don't have the resources that we need for that. Alright, so we got more Conclave influence. Now we can swing down around here and maybe sack the Eagle Eyries a few times. It's got a pretty decent garrison. What I think we're going to do is we're going to move back a little bit and see if we can peek and see where Grimgor went. Because if he's not up this way, we can do that to Ice Spewer, and that'll give us the ability to get some more experience in. We'll send Hergar all the way up to Frozen Landing and see if we can capture that. Get some more baseline resources. Now, we could upgrade this to a 2nd level tower, but we don't want to do that just yet. Well, we kind of do, but we kind of don't. Getting a whole bunch of raw materials in now, and a whole bunch of armaments. Let's see what we got for laborers everywhere. So our workload is only 100 in our main settlement and pretty much non-existent everywhere else. But what we can do is we can sell 200 labor in each of those and give us a fair chunk of gold in exchange for it, which is going to help out immensely. So that should allow us to come in, do some other things. First things first, though. Okay, we're good there, we're good there. Alright, finest leaders will get us more Lord and Hero recruit rank, which will be good. Malicious compliance control and everything else, but that costs conclave influence. How are we looking for conclave right now? It's only plus 11 per turn, so we're going to have to deal with that. And if we look at the tower, we've got some of the good ones. Basically, this is entirely ours. Now, if we can get this last one opened up, we can get the raw materials and armaments output up, which will help us immensely, because in this next tree, there's some really, really, really good stuff. Most notably, if I can remember where I saw it, it's all convoys. Well, the unit capacity every 4 turns would be good too. But this is all the buff tree. And I think it's... yeah, so we can summon a... basically, it's a free unit of Kadai Fireborn, and they're very hard-hitting. But as we keep going up the tower, yeah, it becomes a lot more important to get these. So we'll be looking at base level 1. We can maybe steal these from someone else over time. Not wanting to upgrade just yet. Our next goal right now is to get the 2,000 raw resources we need to upgrade there. Now, there is an option. I didn't want to zoom in there, but that's fine. If we can push into the south, we get more out of iron mines and quarries, and there are some down in this area. But getting to them is going to be a little bit difficult. So for right now, we don't really have much of an option. We're just going to wait and maybe sack and do some other things up north here and set ourselves up pretty decently. Now, Grimgor is going to be a pain. He's going to be the major challenge we have to deal with right now. But we can kind of isolate him a little bit. There's probably a lot of people that are not too keen on him right now. Alright, so what are we going to take here? We are going to take... I think we're going to take the Conclave influence. So another seat was taken, and that actually opens up raw resources and armament output for everybody. So they claim that random ancillary or follower every 3 turns. And that almost unlocks this. One more unlock for one of these, I believe this one. If we take that, will allow us to unlock tier 2. So we might let our AI friends do that, or other nations. Okay, so that's got some trolls, got a couple of heroes in it. If we move you up there, do have the raw resources for this. More workload, but it'll give us more per turn. But we'll do that after we upgrade the main building. What we can do for right now is go into the forge, unlock another set of a few things here. And if we go into the manufactory, extra powder. It's going to cost us 16 armaments a turn there, and we can upgrade Frenzy. It's 24 per turn, and we're only making 12 per turn. So what's it going to cost on there? 16? We're going to need more armaments before we can actually do the upgrades there. But what we can do, it should only take 2 turns to get them here, is we get a unit of Dwarven Warriors with great weapons and another set of blunderbusses in Astrogoth's army. And you guys can keep moving up towards the Frozen Landing. So we can take that over, it'd be nice. Then we can worry about going to battle with Kislev. And again, we don't want to upgrade any of that stuff just yet. So 2 turns and we should be able to hit the orcs. Turn it into a nice big open slaughter fest. Yeah, we'll trade with Archaon. I mean, his hell cannons are getting dwarves from somewhere. They might as well be the lesser members of our society. Alright, so our caravan isn't actually hurt right now, so we'll take the extra units, because it'll help. Oh, and and Dripping Fangs got destroyed? That's the groups that were south of us, so they got destroyed by Skaven. We're thinking, anyway.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
Ogla Khan's Wolf Boys. We don't actually have any Wolf Boy Outriders, but we could ditch one of the Goblin Laborer units and get them. It's damn tempting to do that, actually. We'll dismount one unit there, and we'll get the Wolf Riders. Because then we'll have a nice little Outrider force. Alright, so that's that. And then we can assault the orcs on the next turn. We're going to be short on coin, though. It's definitely going to hurt us, but we can sell off some labor and just worry about that way for now. Kind of buoy ourselves. I'm trying to undo the mistakes I made out of ignorance and kind of fix up what we're doing. So there is that. But even if we start getting pushed back, we have a good solid core that we can deal with. So the Bone Rattler's War succeeded. Waghh succeeded. It's pretty good. Now let's go to our industry tab for a second. Construction labor cost minus 10%. Construction cost. Yeah, we're going to do that. Applied assignments. And we can get another seat here. Now, if we save a little bit more, we can probably get one of these. More armaments per turn, and armaments output goes up. See, that one's really good. We can't unlock anything up there yet. Yeah, 150 to claim those seats. I think we're going to hold off on opening up that for now. Oh, Kolek's coming in. Kolek's not involved in this. It's a close victory. Let's jump in and see what we can do. Should still be an open field battle. The Waghh army coming in, not so bad. If we can crush this first one to begin with, it'd be nice, but I'm not expecting that. Just gonna set up our blunderbusses in amongst our dwarven units and try to set up a nice firing line. Probably set up here. Try to look in. Hobgoblins in the rear, blunderbusses up front. Put the prisoners with jobs out on the left flank with the centaurs. Probably be the best way to do it. The only thing that's really worrying in this front mob is the trolls. We got 2 units of them that are pretty decent. But we can throw some spells into them and just deal with it that way. So if we do that, it's a good cover line for our blunderbusses. And let's group up our archers. Get our mobby units over on this flank. Take all of our cavalry and our bull, our Torox. Probably a mistake to channel magic there, but didn't hurt us too bad. they are well outside of our maximum range. So let's just move up. Kind of curious as to why the orc spells are so much outranging ours, but that's fine. Just speed it up slightly and see if we can get in range. Disappear in the woods there. And they're going after our bull. Let's try and overcast that onto them a little bit. Or at least I got a few of them. Not regenerating too much mana, right? Or magic points, I guess we should say. Probably not going to draw them into melee too much. Alright, so it looks like we're committed on this flank. Alright, their trolls are getting stuck in over here, so we gotta worry about that. How are our prisoner style jobs doing? Alright, so it's not going too bad. Not going perfectly.
Walkers!
Alright, so our centaurs got kind of banged up.
Gobla nu liv strakagal! Utstak alla bryknatu!
Adumskatur, tagertum, Götterhuves.
This is definitely not going how I planned it, but then again, my plans are never really that well thought out, so...
These are struggles. These are naive brain. Serious senses.
Me is better than them! Goblins! Charge!
So orcs just don't seem to want to quit, though.
Anfa Agrimazul! Agla cans not out buys! Your scat! Mustak! There's was, boys!
Glundron, issue them.
Terrier to slug drag!
Aftur talator.
What? Lock that rapture!
Down here is getting pretty tight.
These are great. He's good. Alskan. Gata Maharuot.
Okay, so we're still in this. We still got this.
Drementfh! Atatraikazan!
Utschat Ulschigit. Grund.
Cast a flame shield on himself.
Astragor Sulahu. Hashut thou.
We are straight up down a dwarf warrior unit.
Waghh Shafu. Kenodra.
Right now, it's just a matter of keeping our advanced forces alive long enough for us to win the fight in the main center here.
Utschat Ulzuk it. Mahitu Dabak.
Da best geht's!
Shuru Hashut. Atom. Utwaru Hashut. Uto. Astragor Sulahu.
That should be devastating those goblins. Definitely was.
Grungi. Askul Ulawaku. Oktun.
Agla kannst darauf beiß.
This is going to be a sack and raise situation anyway, so
Ich weiß wohl.
now those trolls should come into range of our blunderbusses. Alright, we lost a lot of troops in that, but that's actually okay. So we can sack it, weaken it up for Kolek Suneater, and then fall back and replenish our forces. It'll allow us to get rid of some of these laborer units and upgrade our other ones so that it's not so terrible. We didn't lose a unit though, and we killed a whole bunch. Maybe we should just take this place. Let Kolek go back on his merry way. And we're going to occupy it as... Saber Mountain is an outpost. We're going to occupy this as an outpost and change that back to a tower. So Saber Mountain can become a tower. Combine those. And we can bring on board... let's grab some more goblins because they're cheap. We're still losing money. Actually, we should get rid of all of these. How much upkeep do they cost? 33 and 68. It's not going to drop us below our cash threshold right now. Just kind of lousy. We can get rid of the Wolf Riders, which would be a big bonus towards it. Get rid of them. Just regen our forces after that. Lord Ironhand can get Basalt Body finally. So, lots more magic. Yeah, we need all of his top tier stuff. Because Dark Sacrifice is up there, and it increases Hell's Hammer, and we need that. So, we'll just do that there. We'll get Frenzy for our Turok. And increase mobility for you.
Speak, mortal.
Alright, we can't really do military access right now. What do we have for Clan Verms? We don't know where they are. They're at war with the dwarves, though.
Now you witness much power, yes, yes. Good, yes.
So that's not bad for us.
Speak.
Wintertooth is kind of the same way.
Talk quick before I get hungry.
I'm not giving over 1,000 gold to them for that, though. We can just increase our reputation with them over time. Do we have the raw resources? Not quite yet. So next turn we should have the gold and the raw resources to do the two major things that we need. And we have 86, and we're going to want to get the 112 to take that from our rival. So let's let the other nations go and see what they do. And which clan is it? Yep, it's the clan that we are allied with. So that's not really an option. Pretty much figured that they would be taking that one. But we can bring this army back down. Maybe mess with Kislev now? It's worth a shot at the very least. And we do have a kind of secured northern border, which is nice.
Awandrag.
Clan Ferric is there.
Tassadu Ardugal Ula Hurry. My
Alright, so we're gonna pull back from Ice Spear real quick. We're gonna see how much damage Kolek does to Grimgor, because, yeah, Grimgor's army is scary. And this should be enough in here to upgrade there. And where was the other one we wanted to upgrade? It's here, but we don't have the 1200 resources we needed for it. So it's not going to be too many turns now. Can't get rid of that, though. Don't need a Vanguard just yet. What do we got for... let's go cargo capacity. He's one of our guys there. And convoys. We don't have any active convoys right now. So we'll add that master. And we're looking for gold in conversion. That's armaments in conversion. We don't have the 460 we need to go to Karen Carr. We do have the 500 we need for the Troll Fjord, though. That takes care of our convoy going out. Let the other nations have their turns. Really comes down to what Grimgor does up in the mountains here, as to whether or not we can do much on that front. I mean, his army is not too scary if we could engage it in an ambush or out in the open field, but if he takes a city, it's kind of a dangerous little place. Yeah, we're not spending 1,000 gold right now. We don't have the... Okay, so they stole one of our seeds. And it was raw materials per turn. Yeah, we've got to take that back. But we can't for 4 turns. Which is going to be how long it's going to take us to get the influence we need to do that. So that actually hurt our resources coming in a fair bit.
Not happening.
Now, Grimgor's army looks like it beat Kolek. Got kind of screwed up in the process. So we're going to pull back a little bit there. And we'll just advance Hergar up a little bit more. So we can look at maybe starting to siege Kislev. But that's where I'm going to have to leave it for this week, guys. I apologize for the shorter episode this week, but I'm still not feeling very good. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.